Hey there, day 2 of the last 12 days of my 6-week fitness challenge, and I wanted to share with you, as I promised, what I've eaten for today. So I started off today with a tortilla with a banana and some peanut butter on it, which basically gave me something to feel like I was really chewing on something to have with my cup of tea in the morning. Then I had the raspberry, chia, coconut and yogurt pudding that I had meal prepped on the weekend as well, followed by, later on in the day, my homemade quiche, which, as I mentioned earlier, that has about 30 grams of protein in it just per serve. Then later on, I've had, during the day, I had a couple of up and goes with 17 grams of protein each. Again, not the ideal way to grab protein, but if you've got a few appointments like I did today, then that can be just really quick and helpful. Followed by the very delicious Snickers slice. This has got a really nice mouthfeel to it. I haven't put that recipe up yet. It's kind of involved. It's a longer one. It's fine to make, but it's just got a few ingredients in it. So I've still got to put that one up for you. Basically, when I put all of that into MyFitnessPal, which is the app that I use to track my macros, so your macros are your protein, your carbohydrates and your fats. They're your macronutrients. When I put those in today, I found that my fats were around 40% of my calorie intake. So it's probably a bit more than what I would like it to be. Ideally, I think it should be around 30% is probably good. 30, 35, I'm trying to keep them all fairly balanced because you need a good balance of everything, and good fats are great for your body, great for your brain health, but we just don't want too many of the negative fats that are going to keep pushing up our cholesterol and then increasing our risk of cardiovascular disease either. So the other thing that was interesting, by using MyFitnessPal, I could see that I got 21 grams of fibre today. I was really happy to see that, because one thing that can be really difficult for us in our perimenopausal transition is that we become more constipated and bloated. And there's a reason for that, something to do with the lining and then things not moving through as easily. Dr. Mary Claire Haver says we should be getting 25 to 35 grams of fibre a day. So at the moment, I don't take anything extra like Metamucil or anything to increase my fibre. I'm trying to do it with food, but I wouldn't be averse to the idea. The other thing that was interesting was that my vitamin C and my vitamin A levels were all, met by the food that I was eating, which was terrific. One thing I didn't see on there was the vitamin D. Which I supplement with, because 90% of us apparently are deficient in vitamin D, along with magnesium. A lot of us are still deficient in magnesium. We're just not getting enough of that quality nutrition in our food, or maybe we're not getting enough sunlight because we're being so much more careful with our slip, slop, slap. So I wanted to mention that I think it's really worth, on an annual basis, getting your blood tests done. Do it around the time of your birthday and really start to know what your vitamin and mineral balances are, along with your blood sugar, your HbA1c, which you want to have less than 5. If you're over 5, if you're say 5.5 like I am, then you are already in a pre-diabetic state. So we need to look at reducing our blood sugar. Another thing I'm going to have to make sure that I try to do, because right now I'm probably a bit high in my blood sugar goals. Not even goals, but just what I'm actually doing each day. So get your blood vitamins checked, get your cholesterol and your fasting glucose and everything checked, even from your 20s. Start now. I've asked my daughter to start now. She hates getting blood tests, but I've asked her to start to get to know what's happening in her body, because I have another girlfriend who thought, oh well, yeah, 90% of us are deficient in magnesium. She got tested and her magnesium levels were just off the charts. I don't know if it's because she's not processing it properly, but she did not need to be supplementing. So here's another thing. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's safe for us to use, or that we should be contributing it with supplements in our diet, because that could even be putting more pressure on our liver. So this is another thing that I'm starting to learn about. So if I was doing my 20s again, I would definitely be starting to get an annual blood test, so that as you know, my lifestyle changed and I was going through perimenopause, I could see when my body's starting to negatively respond to my diet, for example, and I am at risk of that higher blood sugar. My cholesterol is increasing, which it does naturally in the perimenopausal transition anyway. So today I'm happy. I got just under 120 grams of protein. I didn't go to the gym today. It was a non-exercise day. I'll be going tomorrow. Overall though, I'm pretty happy with what I've done food-wise today. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this creatine. I went and bought another one because it was on special at Woolies the other day for about $19. It's usually around $30 for a tub this size, and if you get a flavoured one, they can be around, you know, $38 or so. And look, don't be afraid of taking creatine. It doesn't taste like anything unless you buy a flavoured one. And it's like chalk. Honestly, it's just like chalk. It is like powdered chalk. There you go. Look at that. There's my 3 gram scoop. And when I mix that in with some water or a shake, you don't even know it's there, honestly. Some days I even just pop it into a little glass, swizzle it all around and just quickly knock it back. And that's done. And you will find that you will retain a bit of water. That's what's supposed to happen, okay? And you'll be more thirsty. So be prepared for the fact that you'll be drinking more water and you may even be needing to go to the loo more often. Anyway, so 2 days of the 12, the final 12 to go. Tomorrow I'll give you an update on what I've done for training and food-wise, because I'm also trying to, like I said, I'm going to try to reduce the fats. That might not happen the next few days, but watch this space. It will happen. Anyway, what have you done for yourself today that is going to be a good thing for your future self? That's something I want you to ask yourself. I try to ask myself that a few times a week. Today I went and had a bone density scan done. And when I have the results of that, I'll present that and share that. And maybe you could consider doing it too. I'd been putting it off because I was told by my doctor to expect it to cost in excess of $300 because it's not covered by Medicare in Australia until you're 70. So I'm 50, about to turn 53. And I thought, oh, look, $300. Another $300 to spend on something. And then my girlfriend went on the told me on the weekend that she had gone, only cost her $119. But if you have issues with bones, you might have immediate osteoporosis or something in your family, then you'll probably get a rebate of $99. So it's only going to cost you $20. Anyway, I'm going to mention this in a separate video, but if you've watched to the end, consider whatever age you are now, ask your doctor for a referral to have a bone density scan done so you know where your bones are at. Okay, it's really, really important. We've got to think about nutrition now for our strength, not because we want to be skinny. And that's why I'm not scared of having fats in my diet at the moment either. I don't need to spend another 35 years of my life watching calories, watching what I eat and trying to fit into a certain size. I'm kind of over that. I'm done with that. I'm really interested now in just making sure I'm healthy and strong. So I hope that the things that I'll be experimenting with and doing might also be of interest and of help to you. All right, what have you done for yourself today that future you will thank you for? I'll leave you with that thought. Bye for now.